Hello and welcome. So today we are checking out the mod Skygerfall.
Approach, my child, and choose where your new life shall begin.
I should be able to select it from the Live Another Life mod because I downloaded an additional mod that would let me do this. Let's see, I have a lot of options here. Here we go. Emperor Uriel Septim VII has requested a secret meeting with me. Daggerfall start.
May your duties bring you enlightenment.
Choose your class. Let's go warrior. Now, as you can see, this looks kind of plain, and that is to be expected from this mod. It converts the entire main quest, at least, of Daggerfall into a playable quest within Skyrim. But, obviously, a lot of the assets from Daggerfall are very dated, and they converted the story, but obviously they did not go painstakingly through and recreate all of the architecture and all that. So it will not look as pretty as some other mods we've featured, but I definitely am looking forward to seeing how the story is handled in this manner. I definitely don't know. I have never played Daggerfall more than 10 minutes at least. I did give it a shot a long time ago, and I died to the first creature I saw, and I never played it again. So yeah, this will be my first experience with the story, except for tangentially knowing what transpires. I know the lore about Numidium and the Dragon Break and all that. Or, not the Dragon Break. The Warp in the West, that's it. You wish to see me, Imperial Majesty?
Excuse the gloom, but none may know of this meeting. The nature of my trouble is darker still. Over a year ago, King Lysandus of Daggerfall died honorably on the field of battle. He was as loyal a subject, ally, and friend as you are. I did grieve for him, but his spirit does not rest. With the spectral army, he haunts his former kingdom, crying for revenge. I do not know why a good and loyal man would be so cursed. Perhaps you can find the answer and close the marble jaws of oblivion, bringing peace to his soul. I ask this as your emperor and as your friend. I have one lesser request. Several years ago, I wrote a letter to the Queen of Daggerfall. It never arrived. The letter was of a sentimental and personal nature. If you find and destroy that letter, I will be grateful. Now my champion, rest well this night, for tomorrow you sail for the kingdom of Daggerfall.
Okay, the way that dialogue went makes me think that it's maybe a direct sequel to Arena, because the Emperor already knows us. You wake and look around the room. Some hours ago, you were in a boat, en route to Daggerfall, when a storm of supernatural strength boiled over the Iliac Bay like a malefic creature. Your boat was destroyed, but you managed to swim through the churning water to Promontory Rock? There you found a cave and escaped the fury of the storm. You had only just lit a small fire when a mudslide sealed you within. Your fear of being buried alive calmed when you saw the corridor leading out of the cavern. Perhaps there is a way out of this cave after all. Once free of the cave, you can begin the Emperor's quest. Yes, the reason I had to do the Live Another Life thing instead of just continuing from the file that we already had going was that this mod makes it so that it loads this up first. And when you complete the Daggerfall questline, then it pushes you into the Skyrim main quest, which seems like the intention would be noble leather. That looks awful fancy. Unique iron armor as well. That looks cool too. But yes, I think the intention would be implying that your character was time displaced from Daggerfall and pushed into the main content of Skyrim. Which does make sense. It does technically work. But you could also do that. You could also do that with, say, Oblivion. And say that the character from Daggerfall was also time displaced into Oblivion. The only problem with that is that obviously Uriel Septim, before he died, would have recognized you more than he did. Right, because in Oblivion, he's like, oh, I know you. I recognize you from my dreams. Iron Battle Staff. Oh, it's okay. We're not using that. It's invisible. I don't trust it. But yes, he says that he recognizes you from his dreams. Which obviously, well, he says he knows you first. He says, I know you. And then something about his dreams. But they intentionally leave it open-ended in Elder Scrolls games a lot. But most of the Elder Scrolls protagonists are just kind of manifested out of nowhere. Oh god, I'm dead. Okay, give me one sec. I'm gonna adjust volume real quick. After I kill this bat. But yes, most Elder Scrolls protagonists are just kind of manifested out of nowhere. Because it's something that the gods of this world just do. That they manifest a champion out of seemingly nothing. And you could frame that however you want, that they're aspects of those gods. I know some of the lore points to that. I am dying. You know what? Hold on. I think I have the difficulty cranked up. I'm gonna turn that down. Alright, well, I turned it... Let's just reload. I turned it down to Adept. So at least it's now at the middle ground. But yes, because that's how the Elder Scrolls protagonists are presented within the lore, that the gods can just manifest aspects of themselves. There's nothing technically stopping one of them from just... Oh my god, why is this thief so tough? Am I supposed to sneak by this guy? I don't know. But I'm not doing it. I'm not dealing with this random thief beating me up like this. Come on. But yes, Pelinal Whitestrake is said to be one of those characters. He's like one of the examples of it happening when it's not the player. Right? Pelinal's an example of it, of one of these champions of the gods, one of these aspects of the gods in human form that we don't get to play as in the prehistory. All right, a bunch of heads around. But yes, you can see how this very much is retaining the dimensions of the original Daggerfall game, but because of that, it would look very dated. Let's see, do I have anything better now? Silver short sword, that's pretty cool. Oh, this noble leather armor is better than what I was wearing? But yes, I wonder if they're going to show Numidium throughout this campaign. Because I don't know, like, I know that the Numidium is pivotal. You know what, I saw this thing and I got flashbacks to playing the game originally. Like, I think I remember walking up here and getting killed by something when I played the game for 10 minutes. A long, long time ago. I remember some creature. Definitely, I don't think it was anything that was, whatever creature I fought, it sure did not stick out in my mind as something that we have faced so far. It seemed unique to Daggerfall, but who knows? I could just be misremembering, but... But yeah, I remember I played that because it came bundled. It was before the ages of it just being free online. There was a bundled edition for PC. Hey, I don't even know why I'm taking all this stuff. I really don't need it, but maybe we'll find a vendor or something at some point. Escape Privateer's Hold. But yeah, there was a bundled edition for PC that came with all of the Elder Scrolls main titles. Where is this map marker pointing?
there. Time to end.
Wow, this guy's got full orcish armor? The fact that we just have full orcish armor already is pretty wild, though. Okay, we already went in there. There seems to be a lever up there, though I don't know. I definitely don't know how to interact with it. Yeah, I definitely would not have found that playing the old version.
Is someone there?
I mean, it depends on how obvious it would have looked. I certainly don't remember. But yes, the idea that your character gets time displaced and gets pushed into this story, or into the story of Skyrim. Like, one, that is a cool idea. One, that is a cool idea, but number two... Number two is that it's also very inconvenient. Like, there should be a version of this mod that just lets you talk to an NPC and fast travel and start this quest. I see. What is that map marker pointing to me now? Or pointing me to now? Gotta be over here. But yeah, I had the same group, or not group, I had the same gripe about More Oblivion.
Is someone there?
Like, I know there's additional mods to alter that. That would say... let you travel between Morrowind or Oblivion. Or... his imp flying away is very inconvenient. But yes, there are additional mods that would let you get around that kind of choice. Wow, I get a levitate spell? And a small statue I can sell, I presume? but it's inconvenient that you even have to do that kind of stuff. That I need to download an additional mod that will let me go back to the landmass of Oblivion if I want to play more Oblivion. Or I need to download a mod that will let me choose between the Morrowind and Oblivion campaigns. Like, I personally think they should not have to do that. Like, there should not be additional mods that make you do that. That should just come bundled in these kinds of mods. But okay, this is some Daggerfall town then? Gothway Garden. The dwarf and the huntsman?
Need something.
Yes, my name is John Daggerfall. Do you have any messages for me?
Let me take a look.
Anything?
Yes, I hope this helps you.
Dear John Daggerfall, I heard about your accident at sea and feared the worst. Now that I've heard you're alive and well, I would like the opportunity to meet with you and discuss our beloved Emperor's mission in the Iliac Bay. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Lady Magneson, the Emperor's agent in the court of Daggerfall. My position is not so official as an ambassador. None but other agents of the Emperor know of my true affiliation. The Iliac Bay is rife with rebels against the Imperial throne, so your discretion is required. For the purpose of our meeting, I will take a room at an inn, the Black Huntsman, in Whiteford, on the Isle of Bethany, which is still part of the Kingdom of Daggerfall, for a month. After that, I will no longer be available. I will expect you as soon as possible. Yours sincerely, Brisienna, Lady Magneson. Wow, is that really in the game? Of like, get there within a month or you're out of luck, you fail the main story? This is an interesting collage of armors, taking things from the plate mail and whatnot. Kind of Knights of the Nine-esque. Yeah, curious that the armors in Elder Scrolls are almost going backwards. Like if in other games we had already Knight era plate mail kind of things. And then we go back in time to, like, the further in time we go, the more Roman Imperial Legion the armor looks. Should I sit down? I feel like this thing right in the middle is gonna get in the way and look awkward if I sit down.
Yes?
Greetings, I am John Daggerfall. I received your letter.
Ah, thank you for responding to my letter. I am Lady Brisienna. Let me bring you to date on affairs. The specter of King Lysandus haunts the streets of Daggerfall at night. Trying to communicate with him is futile. He will occasionally moan the word vengeance, but that is the only coherent word I have ever heard him utter. If you are ever in Daggerfall, do not wander the city at night. You are certain to be attacked by his legion of ghosts.
Okay. Perhaps we could simply vanquish or exorcise these spirits.
It would probably be more gainful to investigate those who might have wronged Lysandus, to find the cause behind his torment. I do not know if the royal family of Daggerfall or another person or persons merit more suspicion. The major powers of the Bay, Sentinel, Wayrest, and Daggerfall may be good places to investigate.
Those 3 kingdoms are vast! Do you have any idea where to begin?
You could perhaps begin by visiting Queen Ab-Ai at Castle Daggerfall. She is looking for a mercenary to find out what has become of Norfarga, the king's grandmother. It could be a good way to ingratiate yourself with the royal family there.
Any idea what happened to the Emperor's letter to the Queen?
In the matter of the letter, the Emperor's agent says that he was unable to hand-deliver it to the Queen because of the war. He hired a courier who supposedly delivered the letter in his stead. We do not even know the name of this courier. Obviously, there is little information of use, but it would be worthwhile to see whether the letter arrived at Castle Daggerfall at all. How you decide to do this is entirely your decision. I will contact you if any new information should surface.
Will I be able to contact you?
I am leaving Daggerfall soon. My position here has been compromised and my life is in danger. Do not mention my name in court. It is more likely to hurt than help.
Is there any other help you can offer me?
I own many properties in Daggerfall. Feel free to use Win My Song, a modest house within the city walls, for as long as you like.
Thank you. I hope our paths cross again.
Good luck. And watch your back.
But yes, for those that started with Oblivion, and then went on to play Skyrim, I think it would surprise them how heavily involved Uriel Septim the Seventh is with the plot of the main story. Initially surrounding rescuing him from Jagartharn, and then this story, and then of course him sending the main character of Morrowind because he believes them to be the Nerevarine to Morrowind in the 3rd game. Like, he has heavy influence on all 3 of the initial games. And then they just kill him off at the beginning of Oblivion. And that's the majority of what people know of him. Those that got introduced to the series at Oblivion and never went back.
Need something?
Some random bards. Is this guy coming up to me? Yeah, he is.
All are free to petition His Highness at this time. Do not stray from the audience chamber, lest you have royal blessing to do so. Always speak politely to the king and queen, and above all, cast no spells within these walls. Do you agree with these terms?
Yeah, man, sure.
Good enough.
What brings you into our presence?
Hey, what's going on? Your Majesty, I understand you are looking for a mercenary.
Yes, indeed, I have been looking for a mercenary. My husband's poor grandmother Norfarga is rumored to be in very frail health, her once brilliant mind almost utterly destroyed. She has locked herself in her castle in the Rothgarian mountains, and experiments in magical studies with no regard for her own safety. I would know of her condition, but few possess the bravery to face the horrors of her castle and speak with her. My reward for a report on her health is an elven dagger of banishing. Will you be my champion in this?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, by the gods, I am glad to have found a champion. The name of her castle is Shidungent. If she is insane, Shidungent may be a very dangerous place indeed. Be very careful. May Kynareth and Mara protect you.
But yeah, because of the time shenanigans that happen at the end of this game involving Numidium, it would be fitting if the main character got time displaced for them to show up as the protagonist of a future game. Obviously, Morrowind would not make sense. This place kind of looks fancy. Obviously, Morrowind would not make sense, but personally, I think them getting transported to the beginning of Oblivion would probably be more important, considering how much backstory they have with the Emperor. That probably would be more appropriate than transporting them to the beginning of Skyrim. Too bad I don't have any shouts. Get back here, lady. Yeah, I didn't even check that town. I didn't even check that town to see if there was any place that I should sell things at to acquire gear or anything like that.
I'll end your miserable life.
So with that in mind, I'm probably going to just continue doing that. Not even looking for shops or anything. So I'm probably gonna refrain from hoarding items to sell off then. Except for the most valuable of stuff. Curious that there's, like, I've seen multiple attempts to do Daggerfall in a modern sense. Like, I'm pretty sure there's a similar mod to this for Oblivion. But there seemingly is not something like this for Arena. Or the other Elder Scrolls games, be it Battlespire or Redguard, which I think Redguard or Battlespire might be more deserving, to be honest, and probably a more limited scope that would make sense too. Yeah, like, because Battlespire and Redguard are more focused, action-oriented games. Even though they are still very dated games. They They're not as vast as Daggerfall. And thus would be much simpler, you would think. But yeah, you would think they would be much simpler to reproduce for a modern Elder Scrolls game or modern Elder Scrolls engine. Like, this one is trying its best to recreate the look. Is this back at the beginning? Where am I? It's way back the other way, but...
Never should have come.
But maybe this loops back around, considering we were over there and I don't recall coming to the objective. But yeah, this is trying its best to recreate the stylistic choices of Daggerfall, but I wonder what it would look like if you didn't do that. And instead just used assets from Skyrim as much as you wanted. Like, it probably would still look fine if you just recreated it with the base resources of Skyrim. Alright, I hope I'm going the right way. I think I'm almost there. Yeah, this has got to be it. That thing gonna try and kill me, or is that just made into a statue? Hello?
Command me, and entry shall be yours.
Okay, I feel like I don't have the answer here. There's nothing more useless than a lock with a voice print.
Who are you? Command me, and entry shall be yours.
Yeah, I'm sure none of these work.
You are not worthy.
Which, of course, makes me wonder... what do I need to find here? Oh, wait. This lady just hangs out with a dragon?
Speak if you have aught to say worth the listening.
My lady, are you well?
United hazard in the once glorious enterprise, joined with me once. Now
Her voice lines are so low.
Eternal ruin. I tell the door to my soul to shut up. Oh, my child, why wouldst thou not listen? Thy ear, thy glorious mortal face, thy throat, and the arrow. Oh, misery.
Your granddaughter, Queen Abukai, is concerned for your safety.
Choosing out few words most horrible. Let none them read. Verses frame which with, and other spells like terrible curses. Heaven, curse oblivion. My boy is dead. Let Tamriel tremble till he and I find peace denied. Shut up the door to his tomb and my home.
My deepest condolences for the loss of your son.
Say, what strange motive, goddess, could compel an arrow to my beloved Lysandris' bare throat? Did he die there mourned and blessed, or my pretty birdies all turned up to grey wings? Oh, do wait, my heart. Shut up, lest I sunder thee. I search the afterworld, the underworld, and the world between, and nowhere do I find the likeness of my son. Oh, madness, to thy breast I cling suckling.
My lady, I am on a mission from the Emperor.
We are only like dead walls or vaulted graves that ruined yield no echo. Oh, this gloomy world, what a shadow a deep pit of darkness doth, ominous and fearful, mankind live. How came the sadness by his death? In a mist I do not know. Oblivion not come yet. Shut up mine door and keep out its grey skies. Or move it near by a perspective, or make a glass that shall set all the world on fire upon an instant. I cannot sleep. My pillow is stuffed with a litter of porcupines.
I have been sent to find out what happened to your son.
I thought I killed you. How did you not drown in the storm I conjured? Murderer.
You are responsible for that storm. I was shipwrecked and nearly drowned.
But wait. No, you are not responsible for my son's death after all. You are the Emperor's friend. Please find whoever killed my son.
Yes, I will find out what happened to King Lysandris and put his soul to rest.
My son.
Wow. Beyond weird, lady. Beyond weird that this is... Okay. Yeah, they definitely chose some very strange dialogue for that lady. just gonna drop all this stuff I'm not using. Oh, I should have been using that. But even more so, I think the iron katana is even better than it. Oh wow, the ebony dagger is still the most powerful thing we had. A staff enchanter, that's wild.
Speak if you have aught to say worth the listening.
There's an invisible box around these characters that is like almost pushing me off the ledge.
Command me, and entry shall be yours.
Okay, shut up.
You are worthy.
How strange. Oh, that's the beginning. I see. Yeah, this is very random, but I wonder what people prefer in fantasy stories, whether it's dragons that talk or dragons that don't talk. Like, obviously people like Parthenax. But the Game of Thrones style dragons that never talk at all are also pretty appealing. And then there's dragons that do talk, like Sean Connery in Dragonheart, of course. It just makes me wonder. If we were to do a poll, what do people prefer more?
You've returned. What news do you bring of my husband's grandmother?
Your Majesty, though somewhat mad with grief, Norfarga is still very much alive.
I confess I doubted I would ever see you again. Your news that Norfarga is still among the living does my heart much good. Here is your dagger.
Just gonna...
However, I need your assistance once more. Your valor and discretion have been invaluable in the matter with Norfarga, but I do not even know how to broach this subject. I need you to promise me, on your ancestors' honor, that you will do what you can to help me. And never breathe a word of what I say or what you see to anyone else anywhere. Will you so swear?
Sure, why not? But alright, we're just gonna skate past the part where you're... where she's actually insane, and it's just like whispering insanities off at the edge of the map.
I will trust you then. The matter concerns my mother-in-law, the Dowager Queen of Daggerfall and widow of Lysandus Minisera. As mistress of the household finances, I have noticed that she has been paying for the upkeep of a fortress called Castle Necromagon, complete with a large platoon of soldiers. A short while ago, she disappeared with a wrapped parcel of papers and came back days later with empty hands. She has recently left again with another parcel of letters, and my spies have verified that she has gone to Castle Necromagon. You will have to trust that my suspicion of her activities is justifiable, for I am not in a position to offer proof. What I need for you to do is go to Castle Necromagon and find that parcel of letters, or any other information about her activities there. Minisera will be returning soon, so it is urgent that you leave immediately. Good luck.
Need something?
But yes, if I had to pick, I don't know what I would choose. If I had to pick between dragons that are voiced or more animalistic dragons like the Game of Thrones variations, it's very much hard to pick. Because they're definitely... I think if you're doing a lot of stories that are dragon focused, it's a lot easier Or... yeah, if you're doing a lot of dragon-focused stories, I feel like you almost have to go with the... with the voiced dragon option. This thing is so loud. But yeah, because if you're focusing much more on individual people, it seems like the better choice is dragons with dragons that don't talk. Still hearing bats. But yeah, like Game of Thrones or House of the Dragon, even though it's got dragon in the title, it is still very much about the people and not the dragons. Like, it's about the people that own the dragons, not about the dragons themselves. But yes, very hard to choose. I think there are very interesting stories you can do with both. I think it might actually just be harder to do the ones where the dragons do talk. I think it's probably just harder to do those. Harder to do those well, I should say. What? I should have saved. I didn't realize I was gonna just die like that. I don't even remember how I got over there. Man, they must have... he must have cranked up the enemy stats for this campaign. But okay. Step one. I get up here. I clear out all these bats. Yeah, I can't believe even with the difficulty turned down like that, I'm still getting killed to random stuff. Though if my health was low and I just didn't notice it when I got hit by that spider, I don't know, but it sure seemed like that spider killed me in one hit. I was right. I was right. The spider just killed me in one hit on the lowest difficulty. Even more wild that it doesn't let you come here after leveling up. That it just alternate starts you right into here. Because, like, you saw, by the way I started this, the variation of choosing it from the Live Another Life mod. But if you just download the base mod, instead of... oh, wow. instead of loading up the cart sequence, it instead loads you straight into this. All right, I need to... I was gonna say favorites to have the bow, but maybe I don't need to do that. But I'm still very much tempted to. Good thing that did not, like, kill me in one hit as well. Its web just shooting from across the map. Silver bow looks like, I think that just a recolored holy relic. Is a holy relic is a alchemy ingredient? That's curious. Dragon scales are an alchemy ingredient. You can tell they like painstakingly went through and recreated every aspect of these dungeons from Daggerfall, which is pretty cool. I'm just gonna ignore that bat stuck in the wall. Been from thee too long, my heart doth you loveth my lips, but forgot the words they breath. She doth suspect you cuckold her, and I worship and adore all parts of thee, but thy hollow crown and thy hollow wedding ring, those two empty circles that trap and bring thee pain. Yes, which of course implies that Martin, or not Martin, that Uriel, Martin's father, is cheating on his estranged wife with this lady. Is there a faster way down from here? Like, these all seem like nothing rooms, but I keep hoping one is gonna open up some kind of shortcut. Steel plate is stronger. We're using that. Okay. But it does make me wonder, does that mean that Martin was the child of this character that we're learning about? The one that he wants the letter to be destroyed about? that definitely could be the case. Which would actually make even more sense. For the... Gotta be real careful around these spiders with their one-hit kills, but it would make even more sense for the Oblivion character to be this character time displaced. If this character also happened to know Martin's history and that kind of thing. So far, it seems like this campaign does not scale at all, though. And that, like, because I am just doing only the main quest, these enemies are going to be progressively more overpowered compared to my own level.
Did you discover what Minisera is doing?
Your Majesty, here are the letters Minisera was hiding.
How very sad. To be honest, this is not what I expected the letters to contain. Poor Minisera. Everyone at court knows that her husband, the late King Lysandus, preferred the face and form of another woman to hers, but she still attempts to hide all evidence of it. Her loyalty to Lysandus is almost as great as his foolish loyalty to the Emperor. And those poor little children. How dreadful the butchery of the innocents. We know of the barbarism of the orcs, but surely they did not deserve that. Hardly surprising that Minisera did not want it known that her father was responsible for such a grotesque enterprise. Well, I thank you for your valor and discretion. Please, accept a small token of my esteem, not as a payment, but as a gift. May Arcay bless thee.
Suddenly you realize that a note has been discreetly slipped into your pocket, but you have no idea by whom. But okay, so that was a different letter about infidelity. It was not related to the letter the Emperor sent that he wants burned. I have no idea by whom. Letter from Princess Morgaya. Oh. Dear John Daggerfall, my eyes and ears abroad say that you are interested in the fate of a certain letter. Any emperor should not be as careless, nor should a queen. You really should come visit me in Castle Wayrest. I have some most interesting tidbits that I am sure you would enjoy hearing. Okay, Miss Morgaya, I'm on my way. Wow, look at all that out there. But yes, of course these cities feel empty. Just the way it's gotta be, unless somebody went back through this mod and redid all of this. Because this is fine. Just kind of, bare minimum, just getting everything in here. When it comes to the main story of Daggerfall. Since, of course, the actual game of Daggerfall is so massive, it would be impractical to recreate the entire thing from scratch within the Skyrim engine.
And what might you need?
Yes, I knew this character was in Daggerfall. You might recognize that You might recognize the crown from the Thieves Guild quest.
You're trying to track down that letter of the Emperor's, yes?
Yep, that's me.
There are very few scandals in the Bay of which I am totally ignorant. I could give you some information, but nothing is without a price, that I know well. I need a champion who does not fear the fire of oblivion. Are you interested?
Okay, yeah, why not?
Mara, that is a relief to me. Do not ask any questions. Get this letter to a certain high-level sorcerer at the Necromancer's Crypt. Scourge Barrow in the Dragontail Mountains. Avoid the rift. If you see it, you've gone too far. They will not be expecting you and will not wait for any introductions. The Necromancers feel that death is a reward for the living, not a punishment. Once you have delivered the letter, they would feel no need to guarantee your safety. It is their way. I need the letter delivered and a response from King of Worms in my hand 1 month from now at the absolute latest. The risks are very high. Please do not fail.
I was gonna say, King of Worms meaning Manamarco? That's interesting that Manamarco was in this game and he persisted into oblivion. Though, of course he has, even though he, like, is pivotal to the Mages Guild quest in Oblivion, it kind of makes sense to me now why he is so short-lived in Oblivion. He doesn't really have that much going on with him. The more I have learned about Elder Scrolls lore, the more I have seen them do this, where they do have, like, minor callbacks. I say, that's how you get in the Thieves Guild, so I was like, is it the same thing? I saw that thing and I immediately presumed it was. This is terrifying. I'm gonna die. There's no way. I'm just gonna go up and die, is what is about to happen. Yep. That's what I expected.
What's that?
Okay, attempt number 2. This is crazy. Come on. Stand out in the open, you coward. Vampire Ancient. Okay. Time to The music that is playing right now is reminding me of the Mortal Kombat movie music. When Liu Kang is learning about katana. The Robin Shao one. But yeah, it's we're taking matters into our own hands now. Button is done. Button is done. Okay, I clicked it too many times. I clicked it way too many times. It's still going. I didn't realize it was going to say button is done every time I clicked it. Is it done? But yes, we're not playing by the game's rules anymore. I'm just trying to progress in this thing, so if it's gonna do this to me. Let's see, give me some money. Give me some perk points. Let's see, I'll kill this crab 5 times. I don't know how far that's gonna level me up. That's what we're doing. Oh wow, my my one-handed is completely maxed out. I didn't see that coming. How high did killing that crab level me up? Pretty high. Oh, I thought it said we got... I guess maybe I misread it. I don't know. I thought it said we maxed out one-handed. I'm just grabbing everything. I don't know. Okay, I think I've still got 14 perk points, but I don't know what to spend them on. That sound effect is gonna keep playing. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna reload here, and I'm gonna see if it stops playing that sound effect. Okay, mission success. Never mind. Even... I'm not even doing damage! Oh my god, we're still dying! Where's my restoration magic? Ah, I'm gonna die! But yeah, I can't believe even after all that. I can't believe even after all that, that these enemies are still beating us up like this. It's pretty scary out there. We even went to the cheat room and stacked a bunch of levels, and it didn't matter at all. Am I gonna have to go back to the cheat room? No way. We can do this. I did it. I spammed. Even though the elven dagger, I'm pretty sure, was doing literally nothing. And this guy seemingly froze in the wall. Silver katana, that's what we need. Guaranteed the silver katana. The loudness of those elevators just distract me, but yes, guaranteed. Let's see, where's my levitate? Guaranteed the silver katana should be able to damage the vampires. Okay, oh no. No, save me! I have clipped through the wall. Was there nothing down here? I presumed there must have been. Don't mind me. Hey, guys. There we go. I'm through.
Speak quickly.
All right, I'm just gonna save here. I'm gonna unequip that levitate spell.
Want something from me?
Why do you disturb me?
Princess Morgaya of Weyrist has asked me to deliver this letter to you.
Very good. If you are not rewarded with death by the loyal servants of the Barrow, give this note to Princess Morgaya, please.
I should have read what that note was. The one from Morgaya to him. Princess, done. King of Worms. Why did reloading make that music start back up? The level up noises. That's awful. I agree to your terms. I will give you my first... I agree to your terms. I will give you my first, and you will exert your influence on the King of Firsthold on Somerset Isle. Only you can let him speak with his dead son. For that, he would even marry Norfarga. So I'm presuming she's saying that she's gonna give him her firstborn kid? Curious. Alright, I'm just gonna cheat with levitate again. This is definitely not how we're supposed to be using levitate. But the fact that it just kind of breaks us through the game. Let's see. Let's find a amenable wall to let me... Nope. I am stuck, though. I'm really stuck. Come on. This levitate thing is making it real hard to walk. It'd be much easier if it just let me phase through a wall again. Come on. No? Okay, whatever. But yeah, I definitely don't know how to get out of here now. Considering the way we got to there, I definitely have no idea how to get out. It seemingly was only that one. This is just a ceiling. There we go. That's how we do it. That whole insane debacle distracted me. I think I was talking about how the Elder Soul games, when there's a character that was like a pivotal character in a previous game, like Mana Marco seems to be very important in this one, though we didn't really spend that much time there. They like to bring them back in just kind of an homage way.
Need something?
They do that a lot, and most people have no idea that they're actually homage interactions.
It's done.
Yes, my lady, the King of Worms has agreed to your proposition.
It's done. I'll be Queen of Firsthold, although I'm sure the engagement will be quite lengthy. Now, I promised you information about the Emperor's letter. The letter you seek is in the hands of Gortwalk, the warlord of the Orcs. He bought it from the Thieves' Guild of Daggerfall after one of their number stole it from Queen Albikai. I confess I don't know why the Emperor sent it to Albikai. The girl is innocent to a fault, and everyone knows that Gothrid is not the loyal vassal to the Emperor today that Lysandus was. Of course, my own family. Well, enough of this boring court gossip. If you really want to find this letter, you should get in good with Minisira, the former Queen of Daggerfall and Queen Mother to Gothrid. I wouldn't directly approach her. Start with someone of lower station. There is a certain maid, Sindasa, who may prove useful.
Putting your hand in your pocket, you realize that another note has been slipped in your pocket without your knowledge. How did they do that? Who was it this time? Prince Lotun at some point did this? Greetings and salutations. My sister Abakai speaks highly of you. I hope your trip was uneventful. They say that you are keenly interested in the haunting of Daggerfall. My father and King Lysandus were somewhat close. Should you come visit me, I might be able to shed some light upon recent events involving Lysandus. Yes, the missing prince. I recognize that story from one of the books. I think it's Night Falls on Sentinel. Is that story? The Night Falls on Sentinel book is about the missing prince plotline. Look at that. That sure looked creepy. It looked like those eyes were lined up and looking this way. This kind of reminds me of the what is it? The Grey Call of Nocturnal mod. I know I did not show that on the channel, but I did play through it for the most part. I wonder if there's any overlapping assets with this and that. They don't look identical, but oh geez, okay. Okay, you're just gonna roller skate over to me? You are. A note has been stitched to the zombie's decaying flesh. John Daggerfall, it would be an honor to have you visit me in my domain at your convenience. I have a small matter that you are ideally suited for. As always, my servants will test your metal. Feel free to dispense with them. They can always be raised again. I see. Now we have multiple active quests.
Welcome to Sentinel. I guess you must have received my letter.
Thank you. Yes, my lord. I am anxious to get to the bottom of the haunting.
I know some things about Lysandus and why he might be haunting Daggerfall. But before I tell you, you have to promise to do something for me first. Is that alright?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
You will? Thank Arcay. You see, I used to have an older brother, 10 or 11 years older than me, named Arthago. Whenever I ask what happened to him, I'm told a different story. Some say he got sick and died. Some say he was kidnapped by the Underking. I want to know the truth. If you can find some proof of what really happened to him, I'll tell you all that I know about King Lysandus.
Yes, the book Night Falls on Sentinel talks about this occurrence. Night Falls on Sentinel is about a knight being sent out to do the same thing that this guy is talking about. Find the truth, and then they find the last perpetrator of the crime of kidnapping and disposing of that prince. And then they kill the last remaining person alive that was responsible for it.
Yes?
Excuse me, do you who oh my god. Do you who Prince Arthago was?
Artago was a prince of Sentinel. He died years ago.
Any idea how he died?
I think he came down with a fever and eventually died.
But yeah, sorry about that. My throat suddenly got very dry. But alright, what was he like?
He was known as the Scholar Prince. He liked books more than swords. It used to drive King Cameron crazy.
Is there anything else you can remember?
He was the only prince never to receive a public funeral.
Old woman.
Need something?
Dear John Daggerfall, if you are interested in learning the truth about Prince Arthago, meet me at the Resolution of Zenithar here in Sentinel.
Need something?
Are you the one who sent me this?
Shh. I would prefer that nobody sees me talking with you. It has come to our attention that the Underking is being wrongly accused of abducting Prince Arthago. Before you judge, check into Castle Farnham. I'll mark it on your map. Who am I? Just call me a loyal servant. Now move away before anyone gets suspicious. Go on, scram.
Okay. So the Underking, are we getting introduced to them as well? I don't remember the guy's name from the Night Falls on Sentinel book. The one that the Knight of Sentinel kills at the end of the book. Deal. Is that better than what I have? No, not even close. I could probably use my shield, maybe even I should, when I'm going up against those things, though I don't know if they still can one-shot me. But they might be able to. I must admit, I'm tempted to find a pit somewhere that might not have collision, so I can phase through the world again. Giant scorpion. So far, so good. Is this the throne? I mean, this is a throne. Religious item. It looks kind of Dwemer. Mithril Warhammer. I was gonna bring this up earlier. I don't know how I don't know what made me forget. But the fact that Mithril used to be in Elder Scrolls and then they just kind of, like the last one it was in, was Oblivion, and then they just kind of got rid of it for Skyrim. I don't know if Mithril made any appearances in ESO. Up we go. Okay, this thing's pretty long. It's probably just detailing how mercenaries were hired to kidnap the prince and go leave him somewhere. Return to Prince Lotun. No need to go find whatever was over there. I can just find my way out of here. Well, I hope I am going the right way. I definitely was not. That door was closed, so I know that definitely is not the way. Wait, how did this happen? I definitely came from this way, right? So if I trace my footsteps back, this should, in theory, lead to where I came from. Okay, I think I'm on the right track now. Yeah, definitely. This is so weird. Why would you just have a pig in a cage like that? Okay, almost there. I didn't check those other spells. I think I saw one that said, like, recall. Teleport to the location previously determined by the spell mark. Now that is very useful. I need to remember to use that for dungeons. So I can just cast it when I'm outside of the dungeon, and then once we get to the end and get an item like that, I can just teleport myself out.
You're back. What news do you bring of my brother?
My lord, here is Arthago's journal, his self-described death certificate.
This is what I most feared. Poor Arthago. As I promised, here's what I've heard about Lysandus. I don't know how much of this is secret, but I trust you. Lysandus was in love with his court sorceress, a noblewoman named Medora Dairini, and during the war with us, his queen found out. They say that while her husband was gone, Queen Minisera banished Medora from the court. My sister, Abakai, is queen now, part of the treaty to ensure peace, but Minisera still resides at Castle Daggerfall as the Daugr Queen Mother. I don't know where Medora went, but I know she has an enormous castle somewhere on the Isle of Balfira. But I also hear there's some kind of curse on her, and she can never leave. I don't know if that helps you, but that's all I know. Again, thank you for Arthago's letter. Just knowing what happened will ease my heart. Somewhat. Please, take the steel battle axe of Fiery Souls as token of my appreciation. Oh, and one more thing. My mother said if you return successfully from this mission, she would like to see you, and will trust you with a mission of her own.
Take this steel battle axe of Fiery Souls is quite a sentence. Where is the queen? Where is this map marker pointing me? I don't know. I don't know where this is trying to get me to go to find the queen. Is the queen up or down? I can't tell. Maybe I gotta go through this door. Is that supposed to be glass, like the sun is still managing to get through? Okay, random child sweeping. I am about to give up on finding this queen.
Yes?
Okay, well, I'm gonna check these last two doors. If neither of these lead to where the queen is, I am not looking for her anymore. Or maybe... is there collision on this ceiling? There is. Too bad. Well, in that case, I don't know how to find the queen. Like, I tried, the map marker points right here. It doesn't say if she's up, it doesn't say if she's down. This guy is not the queen. So I guess we're leaving. Nope, that's not a real door. What about this one? Nope. Don't know why the cast before this one made me fall like that. Oh, well, this is definitely not the way to find the queen. Not at all. It does remind me of the secret way to beat the main quest of Oblivion early. I don't know how many people know how to do that. Which, when I was a kid, I did not have the internet. So when I found it, it was by pure happenstance. It was by me just playing Oblivion for far too long until I discovered its secrets. Which, the tower that you meet Martin in, I think it's like the Temple of the Nine or whatever, wherever that is at the end of the game in the Imperial City, if you if you use paintbrushes, because there's no levitate in that game, but there are paintbrushes in that game. When you drop a paintbrush, they float they just float, and you can jump on top of them. And there, of course, are duplication glitches in Oblivion as well. And I used to do this as just a hobby to see if you could. I was using paintbrushes to get to places that you're not supposed to get into. And when you do that into that location, the Temple of the Nine or whatever it's called, there is a little door sticking out of the ground by where the real door is. And it turns out that door is the door that teleports you to the end of the game. So you can speed run that game and get to the ending by doing that. It's a very weird thing, but you can do it. You can use paintbrushes to get up there, jump down, go through that door, and you're done. But okay, I think this is where I'm going to call it on Skygerfall for now. This is a good enough stopping point. If I do choose to continue to play Skygerfall, I'm going to find that queen before I do. Because for all I know, these are branching quest lines. Mana Marco might be the evil quest line for all I know. But okay. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.